right, first thing first, let's give it up for the class of 2021. Good afternoon. Graduates, please remain standing, and crowd, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to Timberland High School 2021 commencement ceremony. My name is Kyle Lindquist and I am the principal at Timberland High School. Class of 2021, on behalf of your family and friends and faculty and staff in attendance here today, congratulations on making it to this point. To all those in attendance today, thank you for being here to celebrate this important milestone with our graduates. So we started out with a big applause for them, so I think it's timely that you give them one more round of applause for our class of 2021. It is safe to say the Timberland graduating class of 2021 has truly had a unique high school experience. They started their freshman year on the football field, experienced the solar eclipse, which was pretty cool as they can all admit to. And they ended their senior year with working through a pandemic. So it's been an interesting 4 years for them. This class has shown tremendous resilience and perseverance in leaving its mark on Timberland High School and more importantly, the Wentzville community. I'm extremely proud of the community involvement of this graduating class. The fundraising efforts and community service projects are a testament to the leadership skills and of this student body. Academically, this class was offered over $6 million in scholarship offers from various universities. I did say 6 million, yeah. Across all activities and athletics during their 4 years at Timberland, this senior class has had a lot of success on the district, state, and national level. It's truly safe to say that this graduating class has left its mark and showed its versatility in a lot of areas. On behalf of the Timberland staff, thank you for everything you've done for Timberland High School. Thank you for your leadership, thank you for your service, and thank you for your exemplary effort over the last 4 years. The class of 2021 has a bright future ahead of them, and we certainly wish you all the best of luck. At this time, I'm not going to welcome the Timberland Symphonic Band, but we do have a video tribute led by Miss Courtney Strain, or Mrs. Courtney White, I apologize, as they have their video band tribute. hear it one more time for our amazing band seniors. Thank you. Now I'd like to take a moment to introduce some of our platform guests and other notable individuals in attendance today. Please hold your applause until everyone is introduced. From the Wentzville School District Board of Education, President, Mrs. Betsy Bates, Vice President, Mr. Daniel Bryce, Secretary, Mr. Dale Shaper, Director, Mrs. Erin Abbott, Director, Ms. Sandy Garber, Director, Mrs. Shannon Stoley, Director, Mr. Jason Goodson, and from our central office staff, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Curtis Kane, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services, Mr. John Schulte, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Dr. Jerry Labrat, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Rick Angevine, and I also want to introduce Chief Communications Officer, Mr. Derek Dockett. He's out there taking pictures, but I want to recognize him as well. And our senior class sponsor, Ms. Elizabeth Cole. Please join me in thanking these individuals for their service to the school district. I'd like to take a moment to thank the Timberland staff in attendance today. So Timberland staff, please stand up for me. Thank you for everything you've done for these kids. I also would like to give a special thank you to our administrative team, our counselors, and Mrs. Leslie Wagner for their hard work and dedication and not only helping get the kids to this point, but also setting up the ceremony and getting everything ready for today. And this is such a special day, so thank you to those individuals. These students have worked hard and accomplished great things, but they certainly haven't done it alone. Students, take a moment to look around the arena, see your friends, family members in the crowd with you today. Without all their support and encouragement, the accomplishments would not have been possible. Graduates, please take a moment to show your appreciation and support by giving everyone in here the arena today a round of applause. Thank you. It is a tradition at Timberland for seniors to vote on which teacher they'd like to have speak at graduation. This year they have selected Timberland science teacher, Mr. Tyler Rowe.
Thank you, Dr. Lindquist, for that introduction. Firstly, I'd like to also welcome all the family, friends, and other guests today. Without your constant love, help, and support, many of these sitting before you would have had much more of a struggle to get here. But more importantly, to you graduates, congratulations on graduating. And thank you for choosing me to be your commencement speaker. It's truly an honor to have been chosen. Although those of you who have had me in class, no puns and bad jokes are coming. So just remember that when everybody is cringing in their seats, because you chose for it to happen. So before I get into the main point of my message, I'd like to give a quick piece of unrelated advice, and that's to enjoy this time after graduation. Many of you and your friends will be going off to college, to the military, or maybe just moving far from home in the next few months. So cherish this time with them. If you're lucky like I am, you'll be able to stay in touch with some of those friends who have helped to shape you into the person that you are today. But for most of these friends, these may be the last memories you'll create with them before embarking on the next chapter of your lives. But regardless of what happens this summer, you'll always have your memories from high school to reflect on. Maybe it was one of the times you taught your teachers some of the newfangled slang terms, as I've come and learned a lot from you, no cap. Or maybe it was walking what seemed like 5 minutes to your next class, while trying to avoid your peers making out in the hallways. I don't know if they were trying to get extra credit in their foreign language classes, but I'm pretty sure French kissing wouldn't count for that. All of you will, of course, remember the end, or lack thereof, of your junior year, as you had to learn very quickly how to transition into an online classroom. And then at the beginning of your senior year, learning to switch between what felt like 15 different schedules, all within the first semester, not to mention prom, sports, and other activities that were cut short from these crazy couple years. You also keep a lot of memories from your classes, like group projects that made your shoulders hurt from having to carry your group members along with you, or those lessons where something got blown up or a teacher mispronounced a word like duck, changing the content of the subject entirely with that brand new word. And along the way, you've had a great many successes, while also picking up at least a few failures which probably stick out more than your other experiences. But I'm glad they stick out. I'm glad you failed, because one of the best things in life that you can do is fail over and over again, because some of the best opportunities to learn can come from it. There are so many ways that you're going to fail as you head out into the real world, from applying to jobs, managing your personal relationships, completing the tasks required for your career. Through all of it, be on the lookout for your failures, because you can learn so much more from them than you can your successes. Didn't get that job as a zookeeper? Maybe it's because you didn't have all the qualifications you needed, so go get them. Tried unsuccessfully to be a librarian? Sounds like you need to get better references for that job to get that job in the books. Or maybe realizing that you should need to work on yourself in some way, like controlling your anger, especially if you work at a nuclear power plant, because nobody wants to see you melt down. There are so many people throughout the existence of history that have tried and failed time and time again. But what makes the successful stand out is the persistence and the drive that they had to learn from their failures and to not let them be defined by that lack of success. Walt Disney's first studio, Laugh-O-Gram Studio, failed before he created the Disney mega empire we know today. Steve Jobs, one of the founders of Apple, was fired from the company before he came back more than a decade later to transform it into the titan of industry that virtually everyone in the world is well aware of. And most of us have heard the story about how Thomas Edison didn't fail 1,000 times to create the light bulb, but instead found 1,000 ways not to do it. That sounds like a pretty bright way to look at things. The most important thing to remember as you go through life is that failure is not always a bad thing, as it's very good at producing some of the best things in your life. You just have to make sure that those failures are learning experiences and to grow from them rather than letting them define who you are. Look at why you failed and take whatever steps you need to keep that from happening again. Abraham Lincoln said, "My greatest concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." I feel I can safely speak on behalf of every educator in this building when I say that it's one of the most important keys to success in life. It's not whether or not you fail, because you will, but it's what you decide to do with that failure, whether you learn why it happened and do what you can to keep it from happening again, or if you decide to give up and let it define you. We've all failed, everyone in this room, all of you graduates, your friends and family in the audience, the teachers sitting by you, and all of us on stage in front of you. Every one of us has failed and will continue to do so. But the way failure can define you is if you let it, and I sincerely hope that you don't. But instead, you turn them into as many successes as possible. So in the words of one of my favorite science teachers, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Because it's those mistakes and failures that create the most successful people. You just have to turn those lemons into lemonade and try not to have your mood stay too soured for so long. Thank you, graduates, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Rowe. Now I'd like to introduce the student speaker this afternoon, Ms. Rachel Farrell. Come on up to the stage.
You know how sometimes a movie will start with the punchline of a joke? The viewer will never know what the setup was, but rather the applause that comes with the final line. That's what being here today feels like. Sitting next to you are 450 people who have been anticipating this moment. This is our big reveal. Timberland class of 2021, here we are. We haven't just been looking forward to today for the last 4 years, but rather the 18 that we have each gone through. Today is an accumulation of every test taken, picture colored, Kahoot played, game won, hour of studying, and most importantly, relationship built with those who have helped you along the way. Remember that first day of kindergarten? You stood outside the classroom, bright eyes, nervous steps, a handful of markers. 10 years later, we found ourselves at the doors of Timberland. A lot had changed, but there we were again. Markers slowly turned to pencils, and pencils into a keyboard. The bright eyes and nervous steps still lingered, this time slightly more hidden. We were encouraged to do our best and strive for our dreams, that nothing stood in our way. Eventually, we got our licenses and felt the freedom we'd been craving for so long. We stood there, feeling on top of the world headed into junior year. 3 quarters into our junior year, we were told school wouldn't be resuming for the rest of the year. I, like many of you, felt unbothered because we still had a whole year left to relish all the amazing, glamorous high school things. Well, look where we are now. This certainly isn't what many of us expected our graduation or senior year to look like. I can confidently say this is just the beginning of things not going towards plan. Life is full of interruptions. At the time, it may seem like the most devastating thing, but trust me, look how much you've already grown. You are no longer the kindergartner who throws a hissy fit when someone's sitting on your carpet spot. You're no longer the middle schooler who's upset when someone stole your Wolf Bucks and you couldn't buy popcorn for Mr. Hanky. You're no longer the freshman who had to wait on a ride home. In all sincerity, you're no longer the senior who must face a year of virtual, blended, or distance learning. After today, you are your own person. You will do things you never imagined you would be able to do. You'll feel pain, but more than anything, you'll feel unbelievable joy. So, who are you now? What will you do now? Who will you become? What things will you say or do or make? What will your impact be? One thing I've learned is that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to own up to them. Making mistakes is human, and growing from them is a quality many of us aspire to obtain. To go along with that, it's okay to want to learn and ask questions. You will never fully understand what you're encountering until you want to inquire further. You are now in charge of that. You will be the one who decides what you learn. You will be in charge of your growth. You'll be in charge of you. Maybe you'll never be able to choose your circumstances, obstacles, and interruptions. However, you are now able to decide completely on your own how you deal with them. I took a public speaking class my senior year, and we reviewed the best and worst commencement speeches. On our list of worst was, "The world's a big, scary place. Good luck." Oh, what life would be like if we viewed it this way all the time. Yes, the world is big, and it can be scary, but it holds your future. It holds everything you'll become. It holds all the people who have encouraged you and all the memories you have made. So don't be afraid. The world's beautiful. Explore. Let yourself dream and take time to appreciate everything. Winsville School District, thank you for providing me with some of my best friends and teachers. Teachers, thank you for every lesson taught, even those that had nothing to do with the curriculum. Parents, guardians, friends, and family attending, thank you for standing by our sides, and every late night run to the store because we forgot we had a project due the next morning. Timberland Class of 2021, thank you for every word of encouragement, laugh, smile, or homework answered shared. So now we're sitting here. We have each worked toward the buildup of this moment. Individually and together, we have worked countless hours and turned in an infinity of assignments. Let that stand as everything that led us here. So here's our final punchline, the big applause. Congratulations, graduates, we did it.
Thank you, Rachel, and well done. Let's give it up one more time for both of our speakers. Now I'd like to welcome Timberland's concert choir and choir seniors led by Miss Rhonda Fields as they sing The Wish. With Memorial Day this past weekend, I'd like to take a moment to give thanks to those that have risked their lives in service to our country, as well as those that have lost their lives while serving. So anyone in attendance today, if you have served, are currently serving, or graduates that will be serving in the military, please stand at this moment and be recognized. I also want to give a shout out to any Timberland students that were unable to be in attendance today because they're currently serving. So please give another round of applause for those watching virtually, brave men and women. Thank you. I'd like to take a moment to explain the honors and recognitions on display this afternoon. To start things off, I'd like to ask Samantha Bruce, Grace Darnell, Grayson Manor, and Rose Richards to stand. These students are graduating with an associate's degree from St. Charles Community College through our early college program, so they're getting an associate's degree and a diploma today. Congratulations, Samantha, Grace, Grayson, and Rose. Now I'd like to take a moment to recognize the cords and medals on display this afternoon. Students graduating with the top 10% of their class have received the George Washington Carver Award, signified by a silver tassel. Students who have successfully fulfilled all requirements for National Honor Society are wearing gold cords. Students receiving the Seal of Biliteracy are wearing medals. Students receiving Academic Honors Award are also wearing medals. Students qualifying for cum laude status are wearing white cords. Those qualifying for magna cum laude are wearing red cords. And those qualifying for summa cum laude are wearing blue cords. Students receiving Leader of the Pack awards are wearing medals. Would all students receiving these recognitions that I just announced, as well as students qualifying for A+, please stand and be recognized. All right, please be seated. And now, the reason you're all here today, Mr. Jim Andrzejewski, Senior English Teacher and the 2016 Wentzville School District Teacher of the Year Award recipient, will present the names of the graduates. Please be respectful when names are called so all students can hear their names being called. Will the first row of graduates please stand and proceed to the stage?
Andrew Connor Bolden. Caleb Groover. Jade Aaron Wilkerson. Bakir Shahad Arda. Shemaya Shaila Adams. Lyndon Lamar Adams. Mudahir Ahmed. Kendra Marie Aitken. Morgan Elizabeth Albano. Nicholas Michael Alberts. Aiden Lee Alderson. Kyle Nicholas Ailholt. Carson Joseph Alexander. Zachary Len Alexander. Wyatt James Allen. Caden Sebastian Allmeyer. Emiliano Andrade. Michelle Alexandra Angel. Isabel K. Antonio. Joshua Carter Arndt. Jonathan Patrick Auger. Jamelyn Paige Bagby. Cecil Byron Bales V. Matthew Collins Baird. Logan Brady Baker. Madison Elise Baker. Caden Sue Barbarick. Madison Alexandria Barnes. Caitlin Elizabeth Barnett. Brianna Marie Bauer. Amarion LeVar Baines. Mallory Irene Beatty. Ethan Michael Beckerman. Blake Evan Behider. Emma Rose Burhorst. Kshagra Bahatnagar. Daniel Douglas Black. Verilyn Kaylee Blasius. Andrew James Bledsoe. Owen Thomas Rote Blevins. Courtney Christina Bame. Maya Mackenzie Bono. Sagan Tracy Borengasser. Jack Michael Borgmeyer. Andrew Julian Boswell. Connor Andrew Bolden. Xavier Allen Bradley. Christian Jared Braga. Taylor Jane Brake. Xavier Alexander Brandhorst. Carly Michelle Brandstetter. Hannah Rose Brandstetter. Jacob Philip August Brewer. Savannah Rose Bright. Nicole Jolie Britton. Kylie Elizabeth Brockman. Kobe Daniel Brooks. Alexis Marie Brown. Brody Philip Brown. Logan Gabriel Brown. Madeline Marie Brown. John Stevenson Browning. Samantha Marie Bruce. Kennedy Grace Bruckerhoff. Zane Paul Buford. Caitlin Grace Byerly. Alyssa Lynn Byington. Carly Cameron Zwafka. Alexandria Jane Calvert. Rachel Elizabeth Campbell. Taylor Alexis Carroll. Fidel Castillo Wally. Philip John Serta. Seth Michael Chaplin. Grant Michael Chapman. Durandi Cortez Chappelle. Dawson James Shamella. Ashton Michael Keith Shamalevsky. Chase Terry Christian. Kayla Jade Sivey. Justin Michael Coleman. Journey Carolyn Collins. William Delbert Colyat. Kayla Dane Colonia. Haley Marie Compton. Ariana Davina Cook. Grant Iliff Cooper. Nolan Stanley Cooper. James Austin Cornelius. Cutter Anthony Jones Corso. Madeline Page Kraft. Noah Andrew Kretz. Caitlin K. Crowley. Zachary William Zarnick. Grace Olivia Darnell. Ava Marie Davin. Paige Nicole Davis. Andrew Lawson Dennis. Graciana Noel DeRoos. Adam Reese Durunce. Madison May Delat. Margaret Marie Dechimendi. Samuel Orion DeWitt. Dominic Michael Diamantini. Caleb Evan Diaz. Melina Samantha Diaz. Janessa Lisette Diaz Mello. Tasia Michelle Doble. Kirsten Lucille Dolan. Alexander Richard Darrow. Brian Keith Dowdy. Madison Noel Dreemeyer. Megan Elizabeth Drone. Isabel Eileen Dudley. Julia Elizabeth Easley. Mackenzie Claire Eastfold. Madison Taylor Etfink. Ryan Michelle Levon Ealing. Hannah Marie Eichermeyer. Colin James Eilering. Samuel Joseph Ellefson. Lex Matthew Embry. Elena Nichelle Espinoza. Peyton Olivia Faust. Lucy Madigan Felber. Rachel Bethany Farrell. Alec Logan Fiala. Kaylee Ann Fields. Maxwell Patrick Flandreau. Corey Lee Fletcher. Madison May Foster. Mario Foster Jr. Ariana Paige Frank. William Dominic Fritz. Magdalena Rosalinda Gaspar. Mackenzie Christine Gee. Camden Riley Genta. Tenley Alyssa Geisler. Alexandra Nicole Gilbert. Jessica Nicole Gillum. Danny Michael Goddard. Gavin Michael Gomez. Gabrielle Marie Gonzales. Austin Kyle Gooch. Natalie Paige Goodman. Ella Marie Graber. Caitlin Marie Gray. Jaden Nicole Green. Autumn Faith Greener. Mackenzie Kyra Grimm. Hayden Elliott Groan. Aiden Anthony Guion. Grant Alexander Habedank. Patrick Michael Haberger. Claire Michelle Hatchman. Gabriel Dean Hackman. Chelsea Paige Hahn. William Davis Hale. Christian Jacob Hamilton. Dane Michael Hamilton. Isabella Grace Hankins. Reese Lynn Harbison. Jessica Elizabeth Harmon. Amelia Rose Harris. Jamia Dorana Harris. Sydney Leanna Hayton. Haley Marie Hurd. Clayton Philip Hetchler. Andrew John Hellman. Madeline Claire Hellman. Taylor Marie Helton. July Laisha Henderson. Tayana Chantel Henderson. Clayton Edward Herbst. Jacob Warren Harold. Michael Taylor Harold. Darcy Nicole Hickey. Chase Michael Higley. Kara Joe Hildebrand. Jasmine Matisse Hill. Reagan Avery Hilleman. Luke Robert Homestead. Taylor Evelyn Holst. Kyle David Hopping. Donovan Thomas Horn. Tyler Noah Anthony Horner. Benjamin Lucas Hostetter. Miranda Jean Hovis. Emily Rose Howes. Tanaya Ine Hudson. Madison Lynette Humphreys. Alexi Rose Hunt. Ethan Patrick Hunter. Lauren Elizabeth Hussey. Zoe Lynn Eisen. Madison Marie Ivy. Connor James Jeffries. Caroline Renee Jenkins. Taj Christopher Jenkins. Mortez Lorenzio Jennings. Aaron Conrad Jesberg. Caitlin Amelia Jallenbeck. Ayun Zhou. Cody Andrew Johns. Christopher Tajon Johnson. Jaden Terrell Johnson. Joshua Thomas Johnson. Caleb Xavier Johnson. Kiera Shaylin Johnson. Prince Olumide Jewel Johnson. Sakia Kiona Johnson. Dwayne Tyrese Jones. Tinley Ray Jones. Elijah Jacoby Jordan. Mian Xavier Jordan. Jessica Morgan Judd. Shelby Brianne Judd. Connor Patrick Catman. Colin Patrick Kane. Orion Karki. Marley Paige Keck. Audrey Catherine Keevan. Joseph Ryan Keever. Connor James Kendall. Trayvon Dwayne Kennedy. Kevin Thomas Curley. Grace Amelia Kickham. Claire Ellen Kaeli. Emma Christina Kimball. Everett Lamar King. Ladarian Jamal King. Isaiah William Kinsella. Patrick Thomas Kissel. Peyton Rosemary Klaisner. Brooke Lynn Nicole Niemiller. Logan Michael Nickmeyer. Sam Nicole Kemlosi. Gage Christopher Trey Krogman. Grant Ray Kuhlman. Taylor Leanne LaHaye. Jonah Daniel James Lamb. Tyson Charles Lamoureux. Bryn Marie Lasp. Dylan Wyatt Lawless. Jack Charles Lawton. Brennan Pierce Lay. Courtney Rose Ledbetter. Madison Elizabeth Lineberger. Marco Fernando Lemus Leal. Caden Clifton Lewis. Ilencia Claire Lightbody. Mason A. Lindsay. Cooper Bennett Linsnick. Cecilia Elise Lipsky. Aiden Joseph Loiza. Angie Catalina Lamer. Derek Randall Lowenstein. Daniel Robert Long. Maxwell Nicholas Longsdon. Gracelyn K. Lowe. Joseph Anthony Ludvik. Cassandra Ray Lewick. Adam John Lutkemeyer. Grace Ann Luchin. Dakota Eugene Lynch. Jackson Sean Lynch. Drake Robert Mack. Kennedy Jade Maitland. Matthew Mangan. Abby Lauren Manor. Grayson Lauren Manor. Evan Paul Mance. John Michael Marco. Cooper Allen Marks. Randy Alana Martin. Julissa Mikael Martinez. Caitlin Candace Mate. Haley Nicole Matheny. Jacob William Makovich. Elise Nicole Matlick. Mariah Rose Maddox. Abigail Jane McCallum. Grant Ryan McClard. Caitlin Marie McConnell. Grant James McDaniel. Luke Ryan McDaniel. Kayla Nicole McGinnis. Jonah Andrew McAfee. Kiani Marie McKinney. Madison Paige McMullen. Claire Marie Mira. Alexis Brianna Mecker. Catherine Breon Meek. Jesse Jose Melhorejo. Jamie Lee Mencio. Shay Brianne Metzger. Macy Lee Meyer. Grace Ann Milburn. Nicholas Andrew Miles. Amari Unique Capri Miller. Elijah LaShawn Miller. Hunter Dean Miller. Kyla Anise Miller. Matthew Alexander Minor. Michael Patrick Mishkat. Logan Timothy Marion Molina. Madeline Claire Moore. Cameron John Thomas Morgan. Ryan Edward Morris. Zachary Michael Mohamian. Will Patrick Mauser. Zachary James Mudd. Alexander Joseph Mueller. Paula Andrea Murillo. Molly Danielle Nation. Nicholas Bennett Neubauer. Hui Kopoi Nguyen. Dylan James Nienhaus. Keegan Hunter Niles. Aubrey Karen Nolan. Pierce Preston Nasser. Noah Brian Nowlin. Caitlin May O'Donnell. Jonathan M. Ohms. Ethan Christian Estrega. Tristan Alexander Owens. Maria Therese Palmer. Sean Tyler Parker. Priya Prakash Patel. Lydia Marie Francis Patchell. Andrew Christopher Patton. Ty Alexander Patton. Andrea Ray Peasel. Trevor Valentine Pyman. James Brandon Penuel. Abigail Lynn Peters. Kate Ashlyn Peterson. Brooke Sally Petito. Jackson Tyler Petty. Charles Divine Phillips. Justin Lyle Pyland. Margaret Elizabeth Pilkington. Allison Paige Pullman. Shelby Brianna Rose Pointer. Grant Neil Ponzar. Maxwell Joseph Porter. Morgan Elizabeth Porter. Emily Jean Post. Paulina Justine Powell. Tyler James Radford. Jonas Caden Rains. Sarah Khalid Ramadan. Reese Xander Rainey. Madeline Lee Radcliffe. Faith Elizabeth Ray. Ashley Nicole Reeder. Zachary David Renz. Rosemarie August Richards. Gabriella Sophia Ringo. Braden Matthew Robison. Ella Caridad Rodriguez. Jennifer Nunez Rodriguez. Jessica Morgan Resch. Tyler Stephen Rowles. Maxwell Charles Rudet. Jaden Michael Rudd. Mia Sarah Russo. James John Sagan. Sean William J. Savage. Alexander Heath Shaper. Lindsay K. Schmidt. Reed Michael Schmidt. Zachary Michael Schnell. Caleb Wesley Schoenberg. Ethan William H. Schoonover. Connor John Schulte. Cooper Thomas Scholes. Jordan Raquel Schunzel. Dylan Riley Schwartz. Tony Joe Schwartz. Kathleen Louise Schwenk. Luane Marquise Scott. Randy Michelle Scott. Kira Nicole Seeger. Foster Henry Seitz. Amelia April Seiss. Alexia Elizabeth Sellers. Kennedy May Elizabeth Shoemaker. Sophia Louise Simpson. Michael James Sitarsky. Claire Elizabeth Sitzman. Emma Faith Sliger. Julia Elizabeth Small. Aiden Lee Smith. Ashton Layton Smith. Derek Chartel Smith. Devin Ann Smith. Nicholas David Smith. Colin Daniel Spear. Megan Elizabeth Staggs. Connor Michael Stallings. Mitchell Francis Steele. Nicholas Lee Stevens. Katie Nicole Stewart. Carrie Samuel Morris Stuckey. Raiden Sky Studebaker. Angelica Nicole Stump. Hannah Victoria Stump. Lucas Alexander Sweeney. Michaela Marie Sidnor. William Ross Tallarico. Brooklyn Haley Taylor. Caitlin Emily Taylor. Marcus Hunter Temple. Caitlin Marie Terry. Brennan John Theismann. Elena Ray Thomas. Alexander Stephen Thompson. Talon Joshua Thompson. Luke Anthony Thompson. Lane Francis Thompson. Angelina Jasmine Thornhill. Sydney Lynn Thornhill. Nathan Ryan Thrall. Emma K. Tiefenbrunn. Tyla Michelle Lee Tomlin. Joseph Stephen Townsend. Samantha Alexandria Trask. Greg Philip Trescott. Emma Catherine Tucker. Benjamin Bryce Turley. Caden Mackenzie Tyler. Jacob Paul Van Camp. Abigail Rose Van Hoy. Benjamin Luke Van Europe. Brian Alexander Vargo. Allison Ann Vaughn. Daniel Leander Vagey. Abigail Christine Vosen. Ashton Lillian Voling. Isabella Ann Walker. Catherine Ann Wall. Michaela Sue Wall. Nicholas David Walgren. Dominic Christian Walsh. Sophie Marie Warren. Leah Marie Waters. Joshua James Watson. Jaden Leanne Webb. Joseph James Wire. Mitchell James Whitecamp. Grace Ann Welsh. Savannah Marie Westhoff. Thomas Anthony Whalen. Elijah Lewis White. Julie Alexandra Whitlock. Carl Alexander Weiss. Laton Elijah Williams. Allie Arlene Willis. Luke Evan Wills. Rachel Nicole Wilmus. Isabel Marie Wilson. Keegan Dean Wilson. Jacob Burton Wyndham. Emily Ann Winkler. Bradley Scott Wood. Jasmine Paige Wood. Ryan Scott Woodliff. James Wozniak. Elena Joe Wright. Sean Coda Yates. Zach Jihad Yatim. Hannah Noel Yingling. Brian Thomas Younger. Ethan Robert Zabenko. Maya Renee Zablonsky. Devontae Latrell Zamfir.
All right, let's give it up one more time for the class of 2021. At this time, I'd like to welcome Grace Luchin on behalf of the senior class officers. Please welcome her to the stage.
At this time, I would like to present the senior class officers of 2021. Please stand and be recognized for a job well done. Graduates, please stand. Move your tassels. Move your tassels from the right side of the caps to the left. Congratulations, you are now graduates of Timberland High School, and you may now throw your caps.
Thank you for joining us for the Timberland commencement ceremony. Have a safe travel home. Congratulations, class of 2021.